Hi, I'm Brandon Walker. For this mock interview, uh, this is going to be for sports marketing and e-commerce internship position for KT Tape. The primary responsibilities will be for me to um, fulfill their digital marketing responsibilities. It's a position that they want to fill immediately, and that I've actually applied for, and that I'm actually being interviewed for next week, next Tuesday or Wednesday, and it's Michaela Walker who will be acting as the interviewer in this mock interview. So yeah,
Hi, Brandon. Do you mind telling us a little bit about yourself?
yeah. So for the past 2.5 years, I've been a customer support agent and a social media specialist for a direct sales company. For the majority of my time there, I was a social media specialist, and to be completely honest, at the beginning I had little to no idea really what I was doing. I mean, I was working on Facebook and Instagram, and it was something that was really new to me. But I learned pretty quickly my responsibilities and what it was like to work on social media. And my responsibilities as a social media specialist, I worked on a lot of advertisements on posts on nearly 50 public and private Facebook groups. And working on all these advertisements and these posts, monitoring it and engaging with the customers, I kind of felt that I was on the wrong side of it. I mean, it's something that I fell in love with and I learned a lot from, but I decided from that experience that I wanted to be on the other side and to create the content, um, and which is actually the reason why I changed my degree to marketing. So ultimately, my goal is to not only use my education as a marketer, but also to use my knowledge that I've gained as a social media specialist so that I will be able to create content and fulfill digital marketing responsibilities. And that's really my purpose for applying to this internship. I feel like the impact that I can make with my knowledge that I've gained at school and as a social media specialist is something that I can bring to the table for KT Tape.
That's great. Would you mind describing a time when you made a suggestion to improve the work in your past organization?
Yeah, for sure. That's a really good question. Um, I'm thinking of a specific experience that I had, which happened about 2 months ago. So working on Facebook and Instagram, it's really hard to track the work that we do, and it's something that's really important. If we don't track the work, then it's hard to keep me and my team accountable. And we were actually tracking our work by hand, which was not only time consuming for me, but it was also time consuming for my team and also my supervisors at the end of the quarter when they had to count everyone's work. And so, a solution that I saw to this problem was to actually create an Excel spreadsheet that not only counted day to day, but counted week to week, month to month, and quarterly, which not only saved my team a ton of time every day, but it literally saved my supervisors tens and tens of hours at the end of the quarter when they had to count the numbers. So that was a solution to a problem that I felt that it was a creative solution and it was something that was unique. And I feel like this translates um, to really any situation where I'm able to see a problem and I'm able to come up with the solution to that problem.
Great. Can you tell us how you make decisions to delegate your work?
Uh, yeah. Mm. So I'm really somebody that has to have a little organization in my schedule throughout the day. I find that that's a really good way to get all of my responsibilities and all of the tasks that I need to get done. One of my responsibilities as a social media specialist, we have a daily update that we're supposed to fill out and send at the end of the day. And working in the evening, I'm the one that's responsible for sending this and making sure that it's filled out completely. So the very first thing that I do every day when I show up to work is I take a look at the update and I go through it. And it's a really time consuming thing to fill out daily if it's not already done. But my supervisor has given me the green light that when I show up and if it's empty or if it's close to empty, then my supervisor has given me permission to delegate this responsibility this responsibility to my coworker, and doing this helps me to, well, I don't delegate 100% of the responsibility. I obviously have to uh, use my part and or do my part so that it's uh, so that I'm contributing to the team effort as well. So I delegate this responsibility, and doing this helps me to not only get this done in a timely manner, but it also helps me to fulfill all of my other responsibilities that I need to do every day.
Great. Do you mind giving an example of a time when you went above and beyond the call of duty?
Uh, yeah, that's also a really good question. Um, about 2 months ago, there our responsibilities as social media specialists, our team, uh, our responsibilities changed a little bit. The frontline customer support, so those who were doing emails, they were uh, really got flooded with a lot of work to do, and they fell really behind. And so our supervisors asked our team, the social media specialists, to step out of working on Facebook and Instagram and to actually help emails, which is not something that everybody was super excited about. But obviously, we respected our supervisors' um, request for us to help the front line and responding to the emails so that our customers were satisfied. So, uh, some of the team members got asked to do a little more than other people. And so I didn't get asked to do a lot. I was only asked about 40% of my time to be in emails. Whereas one of my coworkers who worked the same schedule as I did, as I work, she was asked to work about 90% of her time in emails. And I could tell she was visibly disheartened by this. And it was hard emotionally for her. So, I mean, it was a problem, and I find that if the team's not working well together, and if the team's not happy, then it's hard to get work done, and we're not working as effectively. So, I came up with the solution, and I proposed it to my team lead, and ultimately, it was approved. That although it wasn't something that I was super excited about either, I wanted to be a team player, and I split my time with her so that I spent a little more time in emails than I was originally asked, and so that she could spend more time covering her social responsibilities. So not only did this fulfill the request to help emails, but it also helped my teammate Keisha so that she was able to not only be happier, but so that she was able to fulfill her role as a social media specialist.
Great, that's awesome. Can you give me an example of a project that best describes your organizational skills?
Yeah, that is also a really good question. Um, I talked a little bit about it at the beginning. How I'm somebody that needs to have some organization um, in order to get everything done. It just helps me to prioritize my responsibilities. Um, I talked a little bit about the update that I do, and I would say that along with monitoring our Facebook groups, like I mentioned, we have nearly 50 groups, both private and public, that we monitor, and every day we have to make sure that all the questions are responded to on those, and that all of the questions that we find, both in Facebook and in Twitter and in Instagram, are recorded in the update, which is a large project. And if we're not organized, not just me personally, but as a team working collaboratively, then this is a project that's really hard to get done. So what I found is I actually write down uh, the priorities from most important to least important every day. And if I write those down and work on the things that's most importantly, namely the update first, and then going through the groups to make sure that our customers are responded to, and then after that I can work on other smaller responsibilities. But I found that if I organize my daily tasks in this manner, then I'm better able to manage my time efficiently, and I'm also able to accomplish all of my daily tasks.
Great, and last question. Tell us about a time when your supervisor criticized your work. how did you respond?
That, yeah, for sure I can tell you about an experience. Immediately I think about one specific experience about a time when I made a mistake, and I recognized that it was a mistake. I, in fact, look immediately when it happened, I knew that it was a mistake and it needed to be happened, or it needed to be fixed. It was a case that was publicly responded to, and it wasn't an intentional mistake that I made, but it's something that I should have easily been avoided, but it wasn't because I was a little too quick in working because I just wanted to get this specific case out of the way. And ultimately, my response was a negative response and left a bad taste in our customer's mouth when it should have been a positive experience for our customer. And immediately it got brought to my supervisor's attention, and when she talked to me about this, immediately we started to come up with a game plan. And I think that was a really good experience for me because I learned that we can't just leave our mistakes alone. If it's something that can be corrected, we need to work on finding a solution to correct it immediately. And if it's something that can't be corrected, then we should take it as a learning experience. And ultimately, in this experience, in this specific scenario, I was able to respond to this customer again and clear up the situation. And ultimately, we left a good taste in her mouth. But like I said, I think in those types of situations, when you make mistakes, the two solutions that you have is to take it as a learning experience, which in either scenario you have to do, and you have to do what you can to fix your mistake.
Very good. Thank you, Brandon, for your time, and we will be getting back to you shortly. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.